Let's begin. Okay, 1, 2.
Hi everyone, welcome back to the Oat Milk Lesbians. And as you can see, this is a long-awaited episode that we promised you guys like a long time ago because we were going to get a proper astrologer to come on here for Astrology Part 2.
Yeah.
Really? Okay, no wonder it's Part 2. I was who did the first part?
We just did it ourselves, it was so shallow.
We did it ourselves and we played a game and we were like, I hate Gemini. She was like, I hate Capricorn. That's all you were doing.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so
I love
it's
that.
very shallow.
Okay.
Very shallow.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we felt like our audience because the queer community really dabbles in like more serious astrology.
Yeah.
So it doesn't make sense for us just to leave them hanging at, okay, yeah, we hate Geminis.
No.
I know that. Gemini gets a lot of hate.
What about the gay thing?
What about
The gay chart. Okay.
Wait, show me your chart. Do you have it?
Yes, I have it,
Let
but on
me,
CoStar.
Okay, no, but I can still have it. I mean, I can still have a look at it.
Okay.
Let me just pause.
But anyway, the gay thing is super important.
The gay thing is super important. We need
Is it
to...
recording?
Yes, it's recording.
Okay, I'm gonna pull up my CoStar chart.
Okay.
That's fine, but they also have the circle form, right?
Yes, they
Yeah,
do.
okay. As long as I'm an astrologer, so I don't work with tables.
Oh, right, that's right.
Okay.
Okay, wait, how?
So let's start with Faye first. Okay, yeah.
Okay.
I still need to find mine. I still don't know where mine is.
So, okay, this is a section where I look at what's gay about your chart, right?
Yes.
Please.
What's gay about your chart?
Nothing's gay?
Okay, so you're Cancer rising with... Okay, so the moon in Scorpio. Your moon in Scorpio in the 5th house.
That's gay behavior?
That's so gay. Because 5th house is about desire. Scorpio moon is
Oh.
considered a fallen moon.
What does that mean?
So whenever you feel things, you feel so intensely. It's
So
like the
weird.
end of the world.
Yeah, that's how it feels like the end of the fucking world. all the time.
Like, okay, Scorpio moon is like a moon that feel less resource. It feels like they could have a feeling that there's a disadvantage sort of moon, because moon is considered exalted in Taurus. In Scorpio, the moon is considered fallen.
Shit.
So it's kind of like there's something away. So it's actually a good thing that you're gay,
Oh shit.
because you would have been a very unfulfilled
Straight
woman, because it's literally in the house of pleasure and romanticism and joy.
Damn.
So the fact that you have a fallen moon, meaning that you're a bit outlier from the crowd, and you do have a moon in Scorpio. So it's kind of like you have a very grungy moon, I call it, like a moon in Scorpio people. It's kind of like someone that's like willing to like go against like power dynamics of society in a way as well. And maybe that's why you feel fueled by it, right? There's a sense of like, okay, I want to like fight for this, right? Maybe that's also something that you feel with your emotions, where sometimes you have to fight for something constantly.
I feel that all the time.
Yeah, the moon in Scorpio, because there's a very Mars influenced Venus, Mars influenced moon. But then I think that it makes you very gay because it makes you different than society, because the moon also represents society. So your moon fallen in Scorpio, your love life wouldn't conform to societal expectations, basically. So your moon is very gay in the 5th house.
The moon was the last one that I expected to be gay. I
No,
thought
the
that
moon
Aries
can
would
be very gay.
Damn, okay.
And then you have Venus in Pisces and Jupiter in Pisces.
Right, yes, Jupiter and Pisces as well. What does that mean?
So I kind of wonder, so Pisces is a place where everything belongs. So maybe you do appreciate, like, oh my god, that's such a great placement.
Which one is?
Venus and Jupiter, I mean Venus and Jupiter and Pisces together. That creates some sort of like, it's sort of like, because Pisces is a place where it's quite genderless in a way too, right? And so maybe that's why you have a very gay...
You always be attracted to they-thems.
Yeah!
Oh my god!
Women who look like men?
Yeah! So it's like there could be like,
They-thems.
so you could be attracted to they-thems a lot. Because Pisces is a place where like it's just the vibes, you know. It's nothing. There's nothing personal about like whatever, how they appear, whatever. But like Pisces is all about the vibes, and for you, it's like maybe you do appreciate people just because they have a very soft vibe or very good, like sort of like very ethereal sort of vibe. It's almost like they come from outer space or something like that.
Yeah, that's so true. We were like talking about this the other day about how like we're different in the sense of like the people that we go for.
Okay.
So like I always like to go for someone that I'm like super attracted to.
Yeah.
Because if I'm not attracted to them, like what's the point? Like, I can't even bring myself to have sex with them. So it's like I just can't.
I see.
Like I can't. Like I need to have like some phenomenal
Yes.
attraction to them.
Yeah.
Otherwise
Yeah,
it's
it's the vibe thing. It's like kind of like
Yeah, it's a vibe
It's a vibe thing. Like Pisces is always like, I don't know how to explain it. It's just like I just want to melt. I just need to melt when I see them.
Yes.
So the minute I'm melting, I am into them.
Like that's it.
And we're gonna ascend together. We're gonna go to heaven. You know, we're dancing out there.
true.
So you might also like maybe there's also a very like you might be attracted to someone as like has sort of like a very maybe that's why you're attracted to date them because like, you need someone that has some sort of like angelic quality. And angels doesn't have gender. I mean, obviously, you know, there's a feminine energy, or whatever. People believe in masculine more energy, but like Pisces is a place where everything just like blends together.
Yeah, I
So
find it so hot.
Yeah, so for you, it's like that. So you do. So you may love like you may like someone who's like who have a very feminine look, but then they dress very androgynously, or maybe someone who has a very masculine build, but they can dress very femininely or something like that. So it can like have this sort of like switching going around.
That is so you when you like say those lesbians with baby face and big ass backs. You're like,
Yes!
I want them to fucking smash me. Oh my god.
So Pisces is always about like there's one quality, but then you need it to be more.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just don't want that thing.
Right. That is so true.
Yeah, so that's a gay Venus. Super gay. Yeah.
Oh my god.
I feel like you're gonna find someone from a different culture though.
You think so?
You'll find a very spiritual partner too, I think.
I hope so.
Yeah. So I
Yeah.
think your partner would be important in terms of your spiritual life.
Damn.
So
Oh, but don't you like hate spirituality?
Yeah.
but it's okay, it's my partner. But it's the vibe,
That's
you know?
the vibe.
It's like-
The vibe.
if the datums want to have their own spirituality. But but then you do have a Venus in Pisces. So people with Venus and Pisces tend to like this could also be a pattern with you. You tend to mirror your partner a lot. Like whenever you're in relationships, you tend to like almost like blend into their life.
Yeah, that's pretty true.
Yeah, so that Venus almost like it functions, it helps you to also like change.
Yeah.
Because Pisces is a place where change a lot happens quite abruptly. Yeah.
No wonder your brain chemistry is fucked. From the people you date.
That is so true.
Oh my god. Yeah. So yeah, classically you do have that Venus is super gay. Your moon is super gay.
Shit.
I mean, the ruler of your 7th house is also fallen. I mean, it's Saturn in Aries, so it's like, so
They're all fallen.
It's like yeah, it's part of the story here. Yeah.
Oh my god.
So will Saturn in
You might find someone from your. I feel like you because your Venus also rules your 11th house, so I feel like your partners will be somewhere that you'll find through your community.
What the? Oh my god, friend! You got fucked.
I literally said that I don't want to fuck anyone in the community anymore.
No, but it's the ruler of your 11th house of friendship. So maybe but
No homosexual. Anti-homosexual.
homosexual. You're so your chart is very homosexual.
Are you fucking serious?
It's like I need them to be like I need to be around them first before I be like approaching them. Or something.
Wait, that's actually true because like I'm
Oh
not
my
really
God,
the
that's
type
so
who
funny.
like I like to get to know someone first.
Yeah.
And, like we have a sort of accountability to each other.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's your preference.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm really loud. It's such a good laugh.
Jesus. So yeah, I mean yeah, because you have a Taurus 11th house,
Okay.
right? So sometimes the houses of Venus could describe how you find your partner. So you look at your Taurus house, you look at your Libra house. So this feels like someone that you make friends first, or and then it's like this. It's like you make friends with them first, and then maybe you go travel together, then you fall in love with them.
Oh my god, I did that with my ex. We were literally like classmates in college, and we've never like reconnected after like 3 years.
Okay.
And yeah, we traveled together. We went to Bali, but we broke up.
Oh my god.
And she was like, she was like American.
Oh wow, a different culture too.
Yeah. So why do I feel like I went through all of that already?
Yeah, so that's gonna be a theme. I mean,
A theme.
so it's like this. So whenever there's a chart theme, it doesn't mean that it's always gonna be bad, right?
Right.
It just wants you to always revisit it. So it's like, yeah, you do need a partner that you can travel together.
Yeah. Shit, I have a lot to rethink like tonight. We're gonna have the 3 a.m. conversation.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So yeah, that's.
So will Saturn's return fix all my problems?
I would say even right now, Saturn is already in Pisces. So I would say like,
Oh, when is it going to be in Aries?
in 2025, late 2025.
Oh.
Wait. Saturn in Aries. I have a feeling. No, not yet. Wait, 2025. Yeah.
Oh, like
It will
late-
ingress. But because Saturn is moving through your Venus right now, you might find it next year.
Damn.
Damn.
You like coming out of celibacy in 2024.
Yeah. Oh my god, you know, I went into celibacy like early this year, like February.
Okay.
And then I told myself like I don't give a fuck the community. I'm going into celibacy for a year because y'all hoes are like giving me you're giving me mental illness. So I told myself I was going to stay celibate until like February next year.
Faham, understood. I
Yeah.
can see that happens with Venus and Pisces. Because Venus and Pisces can tend to go extreme. They can have a period of where they just like, nobody will get my pussy. Like this will be like, this is just for me, you know, right?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, because it's the exalted Venus. It's like, y'all don't deserve me.
It's crazy because it's like because like every time like when let's say if I go through like something like that's altering my brain chemistry, I literally
Yeah.
have no appetite for like sex, intimacy,
Ah.
everything. It
Yeah.
shuts
Yeah.
off completely. And I went through that once before, but it was only like 6 months. So this is like the longest I've been like in this same
I
like,
see.
thing.
Okay,
Yeah,
wow.
because it's
Yeah.
just a big deal for me.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Saturn is moving through Pisces, which also makes sense that you were, because Saturn is such a celibate planet in a way.
Oh, wow.
So, because Saturn is about restraint.
Oh.
So
Oh.
Saturn was restraining your Venus a bit. It put your Venus on a retainer. You know, it's
But
like,
it makes sense.
yeah. But I have a feeling when Saturn moves, a bit closer to your Jupiter, I feel like it will liberate it a bit. So I have a feeling that if my prediction's gonna like, just based on transit, I don't know what else is going on in your life, right? I feel like second half of the year.
That was your prediction.
Yeah, I was like, you're only gonna get laid during Q3 or Q4.
Yeah, I asked her this. I was like, when are you going to predict I'm going to get laid?
Q3
Yeah.
or Q4.
Yeah.
Oh my god, but damn.
Yeah. But at the same time, I feel like even if it's not the best, I feel like for sure Jupiter in Cancer transit, that would be like in 2025. That's such a good time for your love.
Damn.
That's like the high time. So maybe whoever you meet by, I mean, it could be that you meet in 2024 and then maybe it just feels like there's still like things to sort out, right? Get responsible with your own shit, whatever. But I just have a feeling that 2025 astrology, especially after April,
Damn.
That's
That's
after my
good.
birthday.
yeah, after your birthday in 2025, that feels like a very nice.
Damn.
Actually, it's such a good timeline too because like, you know, even I've done the whole celibacy thing, which I did just to prove something to myself.
I love that. I love that.
But it's like even next year, like I wouldn't know if I'm ready because like, you know, this is such a newfound independence and like sense of self that I discovered by myself that like I'm not too sure if I'm willing to let that go yet.
Yeah.
So I can see why 2025 is like a much better time than next year.
Yeah. Try to go on like a trip on your own or something.
Oh.
Wait, I am doing that.
Wait, when?
Like January?
Oh my god, that's good. That's
and
good.
January I'm going to 2 places on my own.
Okay, are you sure you're not gonna be? Okay. Are you sure you're gonna be celibate? No, I'm just kidding.
I will. I'm an
You will,
Aries.
okay.
We see through things.
Yeah, but it helps because I feel like you're meant to like maybe that's part of your self discovery journey as well.
That's
my God.
great.
Yeah.
This is
Oh my
insane.
god.
Yeah.
Damn.
Because it's ninth house. Ninth house is always about travel. So a good way for you to like, even in astrology, there's a thing called like remediation. So sometimes I would tell them to like, okay, go do that thing in your chart so that you're actually giving it like relief in a way, right? So you're giving it a sense of purpose other than just about like love, you know.
Wow.
This
is amazing, Shahir.
I know. But yeah, you do have a very, your moon is super gay.
Oh my
your
God.
Venus, gay as fuck.
Wait, was that co-star?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was Costa. I went
Can
to
you
the
show?
circle.
Wait, I don't know how to do
What
that.
app do you use, do you know?
Honestly, I just use like that website, just astrology.
Okay, no, it's fine.
things.
Yeah, as long as there's a circle chart to it, I can work with
Okay,
it.
hold up.
Do you have
Yeah.
a preferred app or?
I use
This one?
Chani app, but it's because I paid for it.
Oh,
Chani,
okay.
because it's like a Chani is like an astrologer I follow. I love
Oh.
listening to her voice because she gives advice and stuff.
Yeah.
But now I also have Time. I use Time Nomad.
Time Nomad. Okay.
Yeah, so it looks like it looks a bit technical. So a lot of astrologers obviously they require. So it looks like this. So I can see the chart of the moment. So right now we have a Virgo rising. So a baby being born right now will have a Virgo rising.
Oh.
So if
That's
there's a baby,
unfortunate.
if I'm delivering a baby right now, my baby will be like, oh yeah, my baby is Virgo rising with Cancer moon.
Oh.
But then she will have a Venus in Scorpio. She'll be super gay.
Oh my God! If I ever get pregnant, I'm gonna time my baby to be gay.
No, no.
Now I have to do it.
I don't give a fuck. You gotta be gay.
It'll be super gay. Okay, so, all right, so you are, okay. Your chart is your Scorpio rising, Sag Sun, your moon in Cancer with a North Node. Okay, so you do have North Node and Moon. So Moon and North Node, whenever they're together, it does create quite gay. It's almost like you will tend to be rebellious when it comes to your emotional desire. Although it's Moon. So although Moon is considered domicile in Cancer, it's considered like, oh yeah, like there's a part of you that wants to follow the people. But then Rahu is like, nah, we're gonna do something different. So it's like, so there's a Moon and Rahu together that wants to be some sort of like an outlier. Your Venus is in Libra. Also, okay, your Venus is very docile. However, your Venus is actually squaring your Moon.
Okay.
So it's kind of like your love life is squaring the conventional norm, the Moon. So the moon is kind of like sometimes signify the public. So sometimes whenever people have Venus and Moon configuration, usually they have mommy issues. I'm dead.
Oh my god, I do have mommy issues. They're really big.
You're really big.
They're heavy.
It's so me. I went there. I'm so sorry.
It's fine, it's good content.
So yeah, so that's also probably very gay because it's like maybe there's something about your love is part of your love desire is like sort of like a pathway for you to sort of like even heal something that you didn't get emotionally.
Damn.
Ouch. This is hitting the spot. Oh my God.
So your Venus and your Moon, although they are domicile,
Yeah.
it's just like, oh yeah, like, you know, conventional astrology would be like, oh yeah, it's domicile. Isn't domicile placement supposed to follow society in some ways, right? Because domicile is kind of like a standard placement, basically. But then it's squaring each other, so they are creating a friction. So there's a friction when it comes to your love life and the agreement with the Moon, the family life. So there's a sort of like, that's why I was like, oh, okay, this is like your relationship will be a source of like healing your mommy issues or something like that.
Shit.
You're gonna go through a groundbreaking relationship.
Oh god. Fucked.
So that's for sure. Yeah, other than that, I can't see any, like, yeah, again, it's so funny we're talking a lot about Moon and Venus tonight. I mean, generally because you're a Sag, usually people with Sag sun, there's usually like sort of like, sorry, that's my, there's usually sort of like, there's something that they do in life that they want to explore something more. So that's why Sagittarius are also quite a gay sign for me, like, because mutable signs are usually very gay. So that's why I said like Pisces, Gemini, Sag, and Virgo. Those are like, if I were to name like gay signs, I would say like Sagittarius, Pisces, Gemini, Virgo. Those 4 mutable signs, they're like, you're not really sure what they like. You better check, because it's kind of like, because they're like a devilish sign a bit, because like, oh, you think they like this thing, but then no. They actually like the other thing. So it's like, it's because it's a mutable sign. It changes a lot. So their purpose in life, there's always a sort of like, your desire in life will always change from whatever you were being confined to, basically. So, I mean, if you're being confined to being straight, then what is the opposite will be like,
Gay.
I'll be gay. So that would be like a signature. Yeah, so usually the sun could also be a signifier. Your Mercury is in, your Mercury is super gay too, I feel like. Mercury in Scorpio. Yeah. That's a very gay. Your Mercury is super gay.
Homosexual behavior.
Yeah, okay, see, because your Mercury is against your Saturn.
Okay.
So it's kind of like, there's something about your presentation of gender that's like, you want to say, fuck authority. So it can make you super gay when it comes to your presentation of like, what a woman or like whatever gender you associate with supposed to be. Because Mercury could signify a very like sort of like, I don't want to follow like the normal. So like Saturn is sort of like the authority in the chart, right? So so you do have that Mercury Saturn. So so those are like a few gay things I can see.
Okay. That's great.
Damn.
Isn't it fun to have gay placement?
Yeah.
Gay placements.
I didn't even know it was a thing, but
It is a thing.
damn.
I love this. I see the gays, the moon and the Venus. Is like, at first I was like, okay. At first I was like, they're not so good. And I was like, oh, I see it.
Oh my god.
Damn. Wait,
Yeah.
what about your Saturn return? And
Your Saturn in Taurus, right?
Am I?
Yeah, your
I don't
Saturn
know.
is in Taurus. So that would be after yours.
oh,
Yeah.
so 2026 for you?
2026. 2026?
No, a bit later, I think.
2027.
Because Saturn moves through a sign about 2.5 years. Yeah.
Wow.
But it depends on the degree. I forgot what the degree of Saturn
I don't know
is in.
what the hell.
Yeah. But what age are you right now? Usually Saturn return is just like closer to 30.
I'm 24.
Yeah, so it will just be quite closer to 30. So it would be 29 when you're 29.
So
So
when
you
it-
will reach your Saturn return first.
Okay. So when is she gonna find the person who will heal her mommy issues?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Okay, so you do have Venus in Libra.
Okay.
So okay, right now you are
Maybe it'll be a
in
MILF.
Scorpio. I'm just like calculating from 30 right now. Okay, let me just have a 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25.
25 next year?
Yeah.
Next year?
We both finding love. But not me,
Venus
actually,
after your birthday, but it will take a while because you just turned.
I just turned 24.
Yeah, you just turned 24.
Next year?
Yeah.
I'm not ready for that.
Why not?
Because I love my routine. I'm gonna have to break it. Oh my fucking
Wait,
god.
where is she
Because
gonna
you're
find-
currently in a Mars year, so you are entering your own sort of like. So this year could be like a lot of like career stuff going on, but then once you enter your Venus year, that Venus in Libra will shower you with a little bit of like. You might find it through your job.
My job!
That is.
No!
So you like Capricorns?
But what the fuck?
I mean, you might find it through your job or something like
Oh
that.
god.
Damn.
It could be like, okay, it could be like you work with someone and then like that person that you work with suddenly knows someone and then that would be the connections.
God damn.
Or it could also
Oh.
be someone that is like, hey, I want to collaborate with you about something. And then it'll be like, you thought that it's going to be a business collaboration, but it's also
Oh,
going to
no.
be something else.
Oh no.
Why don't you want it?
No. No. Okay, because I've worked with a partner before. That did not turn out well.
Oh, right,
like-
right. Yes.
No.
Why did we go through?
Oh my god! Oh
chart
my god,
said.
that's wild. Yeah, you do have a signature that you will work with your partner.
Oh my god! No! And this motherfucker's gonna heal my my mommy issues. Oh my god.
God damn.
I've been meeting a lot of MILF clients, though it's fine.
Really? Okay, that's good. I mean, yeah, I mean,
That's good. Clients.
it's like give it all the. No, I have a feeling that it could be. Yeah, that's why I said that next year, once your birthday starts, kicks in, you enter 25, your Venus gets activated.
Wow.
So I have a strong feeling that it's from your job.
Yeah, but you know, right? I also had a feeling that you're gonna find someone next year.
What does that
Yeah.
even mean?
I don't know. It's just a vibe.
It's just a vibe.
Oh,
Maybe
God.
this year, because this year is more Mars year. So
Yeah.
this year is like maybe you, even if you find someone within this birthday cycle,
Yeah.
right? You might feel like, oh, I just want to focus on myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But once you turn 25, that Venus is too good to be true.
No, not with my
It will.
prefrontal cortex.
You know, it's very interesting that
Yeah.
like, you know, how we find love is something that we've done and hated. And
Yeah.
like, you know,
now
like,
I'm here to tell you that like you should keep doing it.
Oh
because
my
like
god.
I told myself, like I said that I don't want to date foreigners anymore. That's like no on my list, and it's not really because of anything. It's more
Yeah.
because like first of all I don't want to do long distance,
Yeah.
and the second thing is that
But doesn't long distance is like it creates a longing, it satisfies. So you need so the idea is astrology would want you to always replace the experience of something. So it's like you need either a partner that is maybe they do music or maybe they do art because they could embody some sort of like otherworldly sort of like existence than yours because you require that in your relationship.
yeah.
So maybe it's not a foreigner, maybe it's a local person that's ended up being so like jaw-dropping, ethereal, and like what the fuck, what gender, whatever they them say. And then I'm gonna fall for it, right?
Oh
yeah.
my
Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting, but yeah, this is spot on for our past relationship.
No.
Yeah. And you need someone that can work with you. So maybe you look at real partnership as a more of like, I need to be able to work with this person well. I need to feel supported by this person, not just by like, sometimes Venus because you do have Venus controlling 2 houses for you. Venus controls your second house, right? And also because you're Scorpio rising,
Yeah.
right? So and then Venus also controls in the opposite house, that kind of thing.
Wait, I have one. I remember what I was gonna ask.
Yeah,
Can
go
you
ahead.
tell our relationship orientation? Like
Oh.
if we're like monogamous.
Oh,
polygamous.
I think, okay, so if I were to just have a guess, I feel like yours is very monogamous. Yours could be very open.
What?
Okay, why?
Because you have Pisces and Jupiter there. It's like,
Okay.
maybe you want to, at least it's like, you might just want to explore it at some point.
Didn't you say you want to have an orgy?
Yeah!
In front of the fucking camera.
Yes, literally. Jupiter and Venus together is great for orgies.
I did say I want to have an
No, I've
God.
I have a client who've asked me before about, like, can you elect me a time when should I organize this orgy? And it wasn't in Malaysia. It was like somewhere else. I mean, I'm pretty sure they are in Malaysia too, whatever. but yeah, this client was like, and then what's so funny about that transit was that like literally my astrologer friend was also like, Shahir, can you double check this chart? Is this chart great for an orgy I'm hosting?
Oh shit.
And I was like, what am I? I'm orgy like advisor? Literally within the same day, there was a client who was like, hey, I really love your work. I know you do, like, I know you don't do this professionally, but I'm willing to pay you for it, like, because I'm organizing something that's like almost like a very sex play event or something like an orgy basically, but it's like a adult play event, whatever. And they asked me to find like whether that around that week, like basically they wanted me to decide whether it's good for them to do the Friday night or the Saturday night or the Sunday night, something like that. Then I was like, okay, amongst these options, which one is the best? But then at the same day, my astrologer friend texted me. I was like, can you have a second look at this chart that I elect myself? And I was like, oh my god, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, your Jupiter and Venus. Usually, if you want to look at orgy,
With all the
look at Venus
daydams
and
in the
Jupiter.
room.
Oh, the data.
Yeah, so you could be more open in terms of your sort of like relationship. You could be more monogamous. I don't know. I mean, it could be false, right? I don't know. But like, because Scorpio rising, usually they do want their, like, even if you're opening it up, you do want to have some sort of like established boundaries. You want to make it clear. Yours is a bit vague. It can tend to get very vague.
I mean, it does feel vague on the inside because it's like, okay, how do I explain this? Like, a lot of things are spot on. Like, I want that ethereal love kind of thing. I love being in love, and I want to be in love, and I want, I love mutual obsession between two people.
Oh my god, yes.
But at the same time, it's like, yeah, I kind of want an orgy as well. It's so conflicting.
Yeah,
Do it before 2025.
Oh my god, you're right. You're right.
Or you just get a partner who's also willing to do it with you.
Yeah, that's the thing, it's like, I guess I don't know if it's possible to find a partner who's like, okay, we have this mutual obsession with each other, but we kind of want to have an orgy.
I'm pretty sure
well.
you can find a Venus in Sagittarius or Venus in Gemini partner.
Wait, but
So
doesn't that,
there's
like,
certain orientation of Venuses that kind of like they do appreciate, like they do appreciate like if we open, like if there's something more than just like me and you all the time.
oh, right, my
Yeah.
ex was a Venus in Sagittarius.
Ow! Wow!
I feel like
1, 2, or 3.
the foreign one.
Oh, no
yeah.
wonder you guys traveled together and fall in love and
Broke up.
broke up. It's like,
Yeah. Wait,
yeah.
but that's interesting because I thought,
Yeah.
like, let's say if I had a water Venus, I
Uh-huh.
would need to be with another water Venus.
okay, that's like okay. Whenever we analyze compatibility, it's like it's a bit more difficult than that. It's like it's not just like that. I mean, naturally you will feel that a water Venus would help you,
Right.
like because it's a trine, it is a harmonious trine. But sometimes you want a square. It's like for someone with a Venus square, it will make the relationship a bit spicy. So maybe you like that. I mean, for me, it's like I've dated fiery Venus because I have Venus in a fire sign, and sometimes it's just get like a lot because I'm just dating someone who's like too much like vibe with me. I want something a bit different. So
Yeah.
so sometimes it depends on like what is the flavor combination that you want. Do you like a little bit of friction? And then you can like, this is like sometimes an unpopular opinion, but you do need like conflicts for that relationship to be healthy.
Yes,
That's
correct.
And sometimes the conflict comes from the astrological configuration where it's like, yeah, my Venus wants this, your Venus wants this. It's clashing a bit, but it's still Venus. Venus will still try to like,
Yeah.
all right, we'll find a way.
That's why
Venus
it's
and
hot.
Pisces will always be like, we'll find a way for us to meld them together. We'll just find a solution. It's either our soul will find it,
Okay,
Yeah.
what signs, like, what kind of placements do you think I should avoid, according to
So because you're naturally because of Cancer rising,
Capricorns.
you should date Capricorn. Try.
Oh God! Oh my God!
No, but the problem with that is because you have a sun in Aries. So sometimes people with a Capricorn placement, they might just like boss you around a bit and you don't like that as an Aries.
I don't.
Yeah, you don't.
Like, what do you mean you're in charge?
So yeah. So I would say like go to your 5th house. So go date a Scorpio.
Date a Scorpio? Literally, I told you I said I would never date a Scorpio.
I mean, okay, naturally.
Uh-huh.
I mean, ideally you could date another Pisces. So because the Pisces will definitely, because someone with a Pisces placement, I feel like if you date a Pisces moon, that would be good.
Oh my god, but we were just talking about how we think that Pisces moons are manipulative. So
Oh
we
my God.
literally avoid them at
Oh
all
my god,
costs.
they are. I have dated a Pisces moon too. They will avoid the truth.
They
They'll
will.
be like, they will like say shit. But yeah, they can be Gemini sometimes too. It's like, no. Okay, but because the moon, because you have a Pisces Venus and Jupiter, so a Pisces moon person might much like they create a container for your Jupiter and Venus to thrive. So that's why a Venus in honestly a Cancer. So I would say if it's a moon, it's like even dating a Cancer moon person would be good. But then a Cancer
Ex was
moon,
a Cancer moon.
but a Cancer moon might feel a bit. Your ex was a Cancer moon. Yeah.
You're like literally reading my history.
Oh my god. Yeah. I mean, but then sometimes Cancer moon can be too much of like a mommy to you. Maybe like.
That's so true.
Yeah.
Damn. Like, what the hell? That is actually so true.
And then you end up, I'm like, why like you're being with my mom right now, you know? So that would be that. That's why I would recommend someone not with a Scorpio moon, maybe a Scorpio sun.
A Scorpio
God.
sun. That's
Yeah.
interesting.
Oh my
My
God.
mom is a Scorpio sun. I have mommy issues from that.
And that's why you avoid it, but you need to heal it
You
at
know,
some point.
I
Yeah.
never would have like thought about dating a Scorpio because like to me I'm like, okay, I'm an Aries sun. That's like double mental illness.
Oh.
Two Mars signs together.
I know. But like
So
it's also
it's
gonna
like-
be spicy. It's like Mars, like you can do activities together.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes what helps with having someone of similar sign is just that in a way that your thinking pattern is the motive is different, but then you're going to the same direction. Yeah.
Okay.
So Mars is kind of like they want to conquer something or like they want to like attain something, right? But then you and Aries, you do it a different way. Scorpio does it in a different way. But then the end goal is some sort of same. That's why there's sort of like, I would say that's a natural compatibility. Is like if you date a sign that has the same rulership. So that would be like Aries and Scorpio, ruled by Mars. Venus and Taurus and Libra, ruled by Venus. Gemini and Virgo, ruled by Mercury. I'm having a crush on someone. I'm a Gemini moon. I'm having a crush on someone with a Virgo moon. I'm like,
Oh.
we can definitely debate with each other. You know, it's like because it's Mercury, so it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
for me, it's like I need that sort of like communication going on.
Yeah.
And then if you're Aquarius, you might have a natural attraction to Capricorn. So Aquarius and Capricorn, they are both ruled by Saturn. And then if you're a luminary, like Leo and Cancer could also like work out. And then Jupiter would be like Pisces and Sag. So that would be like the
Okay.
same rulership. But then sometimes you don't want a lot of that as well.
Yeah.
But then sometimes you want someone that is also the similar waters, like water with water is good, water with earth is good, water with so air with air is good, air is fire, fire with fire. So it's like you find the compatibility, but then that can also be very boring
Yeah.
because it's kind of like okay, but there's too much harmony in this. I mean, some people love that. Like they don't want any fights, but like you
I
know,
kind of want it.
you want to like honesty, you know. So that's why
wanna fight.
whenever I do synastry, I'm like, all right, what's your relationship to this area of life, right? Do you just want like, do you need that? Like, I have a friend who's like constantly fight. Like, I have an astrologer friend she's very aware of her chart. But then she's also like, yeah, I kind of need that like sort of like usual banter with my partner where I'm kind of like, it's not like in a harsh way or whatever, but like I need to like there's always this sort of like problems that we're solving together, and through the problem solving, we're actually getting better, like closer and closer together.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's but like so it's kind of like this. So for me, I would say like I would want the partners to have a harmonious, like more than, so I would say like a good chart would be like a good compatible would be like there's a more than 50% of it is harmonious, but then there's room for sort of like that sort of like friction. But like the worst synastry is usually when so if you have a moon and then your moon is badly placed in that person's chart, that is usually very bad, meaning that like for you, for example, you might not want to date someone with a Gemini moon.
Oh my god, they ruined me.
Yeah.
They ruined the living shit out of me.
Yeah, Gemini moon will be in your 12th house of mental illness.
No, I literally get mental illness from people with Gemini moons. That is so spot on.
Yeah,
I
so
avoid that.
Yeah, so because you're Cancer rising, so a
Right.
Gemini moon can sometimes really trigger the 12th house for you. So
Yeah.
it would like really like they would like say things and you would feel hurt by it. You're a Cancer, you're sensitive. You don't need to say everything. You
I
know.
feel so unsafe around Gemini.
Yeah, because there's like
Damn. But not you.
Yeah, no. Because they can create lots of chaos whenever there's a vulnerability there, right? For you, a Leo moon is fine, but then because you're a Cancer, so it's like sometimes you don't want. But then with Leo moon, you just feel that you are like they could be like somehow possessive of you or something like that. And then you don't want Aquarius moon either. Although because Aquarius moon will put their moon in your 8th house, so it's kind of like it's a bit difficult. So it's kind of like you don't want to place it in a place where it gets difficulty unless there's a support. Unless you have a Venus in Aquarius, then that's fine. You know what I'm saying? It's like, so unless there's no planet to help out the compatibility, then I wouldn't recommend it. Something like that. Yeah. So you always don't want to like date a sign that's like before you or after you, or the sign that's like opposite of the before and after.
Oh, what happens if it's in my 8th house?
It's just like you're just healing a lot through that relationship.
Shit.
Because 8th house is the house of trauma, the house of rebirth, the house of other people's baggages. So if you have your partner in the 8th house, you might feel that you're constantly like drained. You can feel very drained from their from their emotion.
Love is hard.
Love is
Oh
hard.
shit. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, what?
I just checked my 8th house is Gemini.
Oh my fucking god.
Shit. That's what I was gonna ask you. Please tell me I'm never gonna date a Gemini.
Yeah, they will trigger. They will like, yeah.
Oh my god.
But then I've seen synastry work in the sense of like, this is where, you know, people just like gone through shit and then they just gone through, unless they have a supportive thing in the 8th house, you don't want to place your partner's moon there. It just feels very draining. Yeah. So it's like, I'm a Sag, like dating a Cancer person, but I have a Mars in Cancer, so that's also creating that turmoil. But then I do have benefics looking at my Cancer house, so that is a remediation. So sometimes we also look at the totality of the chart as well. But in general, you kind of like don't want to put, especially a moon and sun, like you kind of like want someone's sun sign can see your moon sign, because your sun is like who you are, but also like the moon is your emotions. So if your partner can't see your emotions, that's like, I don't know, that's gonna contribute to a very strong relationship breakdown, you know? Yeah, so that's why sometimes like it's very important for synastry to like, okay, at least your sun sees it, like something like that. So it's like you want at least a sun or moon and rising has compatibility with, especially I find it a lot where moon sign is matters. It's like I have a client whereby like, yeah, like, you know, they have their sun can see their partner's moon, because in astrology there's an aspect theory. So basically certain signs they cannot see each other, like they're like almost like they're blinded by, like, so for example, like the sign before and after you can't see it. The sign opposite before and after you also can't see it. So if you're in Aries, Pisces, you can't see Pisces, you can't see Taurus.
That makes sense.
But you also cannot see Taurus opposite. You cannot see Scorpio. You cannot see what's the opposite of Pisces? Virgo. But you have moon in Scorpio.
Okay.
So your moon helps to see that axis.
Damn.
So that's why Taurus might be good also for you as well, because you have a moon there. So you have it covered in a way. Yeah.
What if like this person, let's say if they can see you, like let's say they can see my moon, but then like the moon is like like it clashes with how to say, like it clashes with my 8th house or like whatever.
Yeah,
clashing.
it's fine. Usually sight is more important. It's like at least you acknowledge the partner. It's because if not, you just end up gaslighting your partner. That's why the 8th house is not great placement, because it's kind of like, fuck, like I feel so gaslighted, because it's like the 8th house is kind of like the place where whatever is there is like you feel it, but like it's like you are at a mercy of another person.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
So as long as you have one thing to cancel out.
Yeah, you need to have some sort of like a balance. Yeah, yeah. And so that's why you want this, especially for me, like what works really well is the moon lah, because it's like, because the moon is kind of like the inner part of life.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, the sun sign, sometimes people do have disjunct, and it could just mean that like if people have like, for example, I've seen placement where people like an Aries and Taurus sign end up dating together, and I'm like, that's weird, Aries and Taurus sign.
Yeah, that's weird.
That's so weird. But then maybe their moon is doing something. So it's always like sun is usually fine. So it could just mean that like they do work very differently, or maybe like they could just seem very different. But then emotionally they are fine. You know?
Right.
Yeah. So it like so usually for me, sun sign incompatibility is like whatever. Like the moon is quite important, especially whenever the moon sees a sign. So it's kind of like your partner has to see your emotion. If not, like they don't understand it. They're like, it takes a while for them to get there, basically. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, love is hard.
Yeah. I mean, I have a, for example, like for me, I'm a Sag rising. I have a moon in the 7th house. I tend to get very like sort of like emo partner in a way too.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's like, so it's very natural for me to like handle emotions. But then if I date, for example, if I Sag rising, I date a Capricorn, I don't think I can date a Capricorn.
Real. We're on this together. Capricorn, stay away.
Oh my god, because they can be too practical, but then they don't understand my moon because the Capricorn cannot see my Gemini. You know, it's like so
Yeah.
so for them it's like it's also unfair for them because it's almost like their chart is not suited to complement mine. So it's like no matter how much you say it, I can just cry and then they just like I don't know what to do. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's because of that sort of like disjunct. We call it aversion in astrology. So whenever a planet is in conjunct or averse, that's when the sign are not seeing each other. Yeah, and for me, based on my synastry work, it's always like it's either the rising or the sun has to see the other person's moon.
The rising or the sun has
Yeah.
to see the person's moon.
Yeah, it's either a trine, even a square is fine. A square would be like a bit dominating. Sometimes it could be like, this partner, like whenever they're emotional outbursts, then it feels like a bit like we have things to solve. But then at least they see it, like at least they acknowledge because they're whenever a planet that's like, for example, Aries and Cancer and a Capricorn. I mean, Aries, Libra, Cancer, Capricorn, they are in the cardinal axis.
Right.
So at the end of the day, whatever shit happened, they are different element. They have different ways of doing it, but then they are cardinal. They want to move with it. They want to do something about it, right? Fixed signs, at the end of the day, they are still fixed. They do want that stability. So they will find a solution because they want that stability. You know, it's almost like there's a factor that still brings them together. Yeah. So you want the modality is either like the fixed, the cardinal, or the mutable. That's why I was like, oh yeah, you might date a Sagittarius or a Virgo or someone with some sort of like Gemini configuration, but maybe not Gemini because Gemini will be in your 12th house, so we rule out Gemini. So it's like that's how I do compatibility usually. Of like, okay, maybe not Gemini, although you have a nice Venus, but maybe not Gemini because Gemini will harshen your 12th house. Maybe Virgo. Virgo would be good. Yeah.
Wait, my 12th house, which is because my first house is Cancer and the one before that.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Wow. But you know, it's so true. Like I feel like Gemini suns are okay. Like they're fine. Like the moon is the one that gives me the problem for some fucking reason.
I think because you're an Aries. I think because you have an Aries. I think.
Yeah, that's why when the sun, like, let's say the sun is Gemini, but the moon is something else, it's usually okay. But when someone is like sun, like their sun is something, but the moon is Gemini moon, that tends to give me problems.
Yeah, because you do have a Scorpio moon.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, your Scorpio cannot see their moon also. It's like
I can't see them.
Yeah, so usually sometimes moon to moon is also important, but like I've seen it more about like it's just like in terms of partnership understanding of your emotions. At least they can handle it. It's more about that.
Okay, so hold up. My 12th house is in Libra, so I should not date Libras. Libra moons.
Okay, this is where it gets tricky because you do have Venus.
Shit.
So you might date like I don't know, you might even if you date a Libra, it might feel good. But it could also feel that you are a different person of it.
A different person?
Yeah, sometimes it can make when you activate the 12th house, it can feel that like I'm releasing myself from whatever I was so that I can be with this person.
Okay.
So there is some sort of like you are releasing. So maybe you do it to escape.
Okay.
So there could be like elements of like escapism when you enter the relationship.
I mean,
The what? The what?
the greens.
The what?
Greens.
The greens?
Greens.
Greens? Oh!
What degree?
My ex.
Okay.
Yeah, Libra. Sun.
I see. Libra sun. Yeah, but because you have Venus there,
Yeah.
so it's like there's something when you go into relationship, there's something that feels a bit like an escape for you. Yeah.
I mean, it did feel like an escape. Because, like, I don't know. I guess that person was the one who took charge, at least for a bit. For a period of time.
I see.
So, yeah, for a period of time.
For a period of time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think, I mean, because you have Venus in Libra, so you might require a bit of air
Oh,
or
God.
fire. Fire would be good, to be honest.
Ah,
So you should like try like Venus in Sag or something.
damn.
Yeah.
What's their
Okay.
Venus?
Yeah, Venus in Sag. Sag!
Oh my
Dah lang kau.
Oh my God.
I'm dead.
The way
Yeah.
he's like literally all our
Oh my
past
God,
history
yeah.
done
You've
up.
done that, yeah, yeah.
No.
But it's sometimes it's trickier whenever it's like you do have a natal placement which is already placed in a sort of like a quite difficult house. So it's kind of like, all right, it doesn't mean that your relationship gonna be bad. It just means that like sometimes when it comes to relationship, there are other things that is trying to ascend from it. Like there's a purpose. There's a different purpose to it all. Yeah.
Shit lah.
Yeah, but you know, I feel that yeah, you probably will find something because your second house here, it feels like it opens you up to a different like it will activate your second house here will activate your Venus as well.
Shit.
So
That's why when you ask, right, when am I gonna find the person who fixes my mommy issues? The reason I didn't ask it is because I didn't want to know. But you know,
but you know, the astrology doesn't lie. You do need a partner that willing to go there. I feel like sometimes with 12th house Venus, it's more about like you do need a very deep amount of trust cultivated between you and your partner.
Yeah.
So that you are able to access the parts of you that you wouldn't want people to know or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or if not, there could be some sort of like a broken trust or something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Wait, if I'm a Cancer rising and I date someone who's my 7th house, which is like a Capricorn, what does that mean?
It's usually like a natural, people say that like the most natural thing to do is to date someone opposite house. But it might not be the best thing juga because it's kind of like, because the principle is kind of like opposite attract, basically.
I see.
However, I would say like you might not want to date a Capricorn sun or moon,
Real.
but
You
you,
gave me mental illness.
I love it.
Oh
But
God.
maybe you should find a Capricorn rising.
Damn.
Damn.
Yeah, so that it's a bit more mellow. It's just like how they carry their life is Capricorn, but their planets are different. The planets are actually the focal points of the energy in the chart. So rising is just like how you approach life, right? So it would be like a nice balance. Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, Capricorn rising would love you because you have an Aries stellium. So you might.
That's true.
You might like I'm an Aries and I have lots of Capricorn rising friends. My bestie is a Capricorn rising. One of my good friend Jessica, like astrologer bestie, is a Capricorn rising. It's like my Aries self feels home to them. Yeah. Yeah. So you might date someone with a Capricorn rising, but not a Capricornian chart, you know? Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Like for you two, you might want to consider someone with a Taurus rising.
Okay.
But you might, like, I mean, I don't know, like, because you do have a nice, if you date, have you tried dating a Taurus moon?
No. No. My brother's a Taurus moon. I don't like them. Fuck.
I mean, like, but it's like, because it's like moon in Taurus, because you have a Cancer moon.
Okay.
So I can see how Taurus moon would work nice for you as
Okay.
well. But then it could be a Taurus rising or Taurus sun could also be good.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wait, what are your
God.
thoughts on like if I were to date Aries moon or Aries rising?
Oh,
Because I feel
shit.
like I want to avoid an Aries moon.
No, it'll be fun, I'm gonna be honest.
It'll be fun.
I mean,
God damn.
it'll be so hot. I mean, it'll be hot. It's such a hot combination. It's like because the moon will be in your like in your 10th house, so it's like up there. It'll be very hot.
Shit.
But you might feel that like sometimes with Aries, it's like you might feel that they could just get very angry.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I feel about Aries moons. Like,
Yeah.
as an Aries
Yeah.
sun, I would avoid an Aries moon.
Yeah,
For
because
some reason.
it's like because sometimes people with the moon sign, especially if you have that sun sign, people with the moon sign can be a bit more comfortable with expressing the things that you're feeling inside. So that's a good part, right? It's almost like, but then you're kind of like, yeah, I know this feeling, but like you're just showing it a lot.
Yeah, the moon is like a lot worse than the sun.
It can feel like that, yeah. So I have a lot of Aries moon friends. I love them, but then they can feel like because they're just like very externalizing their anger.
Yeah.
So, but I don't think I can be in total partners with them. Yeah.
That's how I feel, yeah.
Yeah.
Shit.
Okay, wait, I gotta pee real quick.
Okay,
It's
me
like
too,
my
actually.
bladder is
Oh
about
my
to
god,
burst.
go ahead, go ahead.
Okay, we'll pee.
1 second, 1 second.
Okay. I was like, my bladder was like. Do you want to pee, Shahir?
No, I'm okay. Y'all have been drinking lots of water though.
Yeah. Oh my
11.
god, it's almost midnight.
Oh my god, it's almost midnight.
Oh my god.
Wait, that's insane.
Yeah, and it's astrology.
Oh my god.
I mean, honestly, when we talk about astrology, it's always like,
It's always gonna be a
Yeah.
lot. Yeah,
Okay.
you
Damn,
can't just
so should
focus
we-
on one.
yeah,
So how do we should finish it?
yeah, we should wrap it up. We
How
should
do we wrap it
up.
up? They're cutting it up, yeah.
Y'all, we've been talking for 3 hours straight and we didn't even realize the time, but that's what happens when gays talk about astrology.
Yeah, that's
It just
true.
be like that.
That's true.
It's like the
Yeah.
astrologies keep on going.
Yeah,
God
but
damn.
this has been amazing. Like I felt like I learned a lot. Like not just my chart, but just more about like
Astrology in general.
yeah, astrology in
like,
general. Like I didn't know it has so much. Like for
depth.
example, like the medical, the horary,
Yeah.
the what is it? The one where you find stuff. Oh, that's the
Yeah.
one that I mentioned, right?
Horary, yeah.
Right.
Electional, we want to elect the best
Electional,
next
yeah.
time.
Yeah, and like financial.
Financial
as well.
one as well, yeah, that's
and
a different
mundane,
kind.
It's like wow, like I didn't even realize all these things in the beginning.
Yeah, I know. It's like there's
It's
a surprise.
interesting.
It's like a lot. And as a person who loves astrology so much, that's why I'm very steep into it. But it's like there's a lot of branches you can go into.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
But at the end of the day, for me, it's like astrology for me is used for self-love. At the end of the day, it's like, and how do you discover your self-love and self-praxis in a way, like how you basically practice your life, and it could be different from someone else's. It's just because you value different things.
Yep.
And yeah, you find your path, you find your talent, you find your gifts, but you also find your challenges in the process.
Yeah. Damn, guys.
Oh.
Anyway, thank you so much for tuning in.
Thank
Shahir, do you have any
you.
last words for our audience?
Oh my god, I'm good. Like, may the
Yeah?
stars align for everyone who's listening out there, especially if they're finding love
Yes.
and compatible. We've been talking about compatibility for
Yes,
so long.
honestly.
For
And
real.
healing the trauma of their
Mhm.
chart, there's a pathway for that. And yeah, if you want to book a reading with me or even any astrologist, if you love an astrologist, work out there, like go and support them and get a reading
Yes.
from them.
for sure.
Because it's like everything out there that is just like bite sizes or pop astrology is more like,
Yeah.
it's just more for like, quick consumption, right?
Yeah.
But then it's like once you're in a astrologist space with another person, you're like, okay, you are basically opening up your chart for like discovery and like healing or like awareness and
Yeah.
perspective.
Yeah.
I find that I gave a lot of perspective to someone's chart, right? Like, okay, if you want validation that my chart is gay,
Yeah.
call at me. I love like I literally have it in my booking form. It's like a question of whether you're like
Gay.
queer gay or not. But then I can help you in the session and be like, all right, this is where the gay comes from.
I love that. I
Yeah.
love that.
So yes.
Yeah. But anyway, thank you so much, Shahir, for joining us. in
Thank
this
you for
session.
having me.
Yeah.
course.
No,
Of
it's
course.
always a pleasure to speak to like an astrologer and not just like doing it on ourselves.
Yeah,
'cause
yeah,
we're just,
yeah.
like,
We don't know
blindly-
what we're doing, you know.
Oh my god, no, but you probably have experience with it in your real life, so that also matters. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we just mainly talk about our trauma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now you have a amount like a greater awareness. Oh wow.
Yeah, now we have like a better view.
Yes.
And like a lot to think about tonight.
Yeah. Shit. Oh
And
my
the
god.
For real.
It's like it's a rabbit hole.
It
It
is.
is a rabbit
It's a
hole,
fucking
yeah.
We're gonna get into the rabbit hole tonight.
For real, for
Shit.
real. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you so much for watching. We'll catch you in the next episode.
Okay.
Have a good night. It's almost 12 already.
Shit, Grizz. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. Oh my god, that was good.
That was really
I
good.
love that
Oh my
episode.
god. I hope we got like a very nice sound bites and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure
of
we
course
did.
we did. We have a lot of like out of pocket shit. Mummy issues. Gone.
No, actually,
Gone.
like a lot of good reels.
Yeah, datems. Orgies. Oh my god.